Circles and wheels show up in many spiritual gatherings as well as in historic moments of showing equality, like King Arthur and his round table. Welcome to Calm in the Chaos, where we know that circles are important to our spirituality because they allow each member to hold a similar space and they ease the task of seeing and hearing one another. Circles are also important as diagrams representing the passage of time. At weddings, we exchange rings to symbolize that love, like the circular band, has no end. It continues endlessly. Earth based religions use a circle to show the year's 8 main holidays. The holidays are positioned rather evenly around the circle, with the two solstices and equinoxes anchoring their places with distinct dates on a calendar. Just as an aside, let me allay misconceptions about the pentagram in the middle. When one of the points is directly aimed up, then the symbol represents earth based religions that are loving, whole, and positive, such as Celtic spirituality, Wicca, and other neo pagan faith paths. And this pentagram with the point up is as important as the Star of David is to a Jew and a cross is to a Christian. The 5 points represent the elements of air, fire, water, earth, and spirit. The holidays are celebrated according to a natural sun and moon pattern that affect the earth, the planets, and us. Now, the liturgical year of Christians is also often portrayed in a circle, with each of the sections or seasons, as it were, being represented by a color. We travel around this circular picture clockwise, beginning with Advent, the first 4 week season of the Christian year, marked by purple or blue. Christmas follows and lasts for only 12 days, marked with white. The time between Christmas season and Lent is all about how Christians should live their lives, and it's usually shown in green. Lent is a 40-day period beginning on Ash Wednesday and ending on Palm Sunday, all in the color purple. Palm Sunday, Maundy Thursday, and Good Friday lead us up to the Sunday called Easter. Easter is celebrated on a Sunday, and the Easter season includes the 6 Sundays afterwards, usually shown by the color white. In the Christian circular calendar, we see Pentecost next. It's only one day, marked by the fiery color red. And the season after Pentecost is particularly interesting. It's about half the year, and it's called Ordinary Time. The color is green, and the season continues right up until Advent again. We are in ordinary time right now. There's another circle that's worth mentioning, though it does not represent the passage of time. That is the Buddhist wheel. There are 8 points on the wheel, which symbolize the eightfold path that Buddhists follow. The basics of those 8 life directives are for followers to honor and live their lives by adopting right view, right intention, right speech, right actions, right livelihoods, right efforts, right mindfulness, and right concentration. With circles representing time's passage around a year, it's curious that our calendars for sale in every drugstore and big box chain are photos with rectangular cells beneath them, grouped into one page per month. Each of us has a mental image of a calendar year when asked to envision it. And I'm going to ask you just to take a moment and think, how do you picture the 12 months of the year in your mind? Is it a circle? Is it a linear list? Are there 12 charts that flip around like an old Rolodex? Mine is a circle, but it goes counterclockwise with certain months taking up way more space than others. How this formed in my mind could be an interesting study for a psychologist, but here's the way I picture the year in my mind. In the coming days, we will celebrate an earth based holiday called Samhain, not necessarily as a date on the calendar, but as a turning of the wheel of life. It's a time when the veil between our physical and spiritual worlds softens, when the wisdom of our ancestors may be more prominent in our awareness. It's the Celtic spirituality New Year. There may be bonfires and there may be special ritual meals eaten where the food is eaten in silence to commemorate the dead whose souls we still feel present. The holiday coincides with a Christian holy time of remembrance called All Saints' Day. Now, that's a day to honor those who have passed from this mortal plane in the last year. Many Christian churches read a list of the names of those who've died, and then they offer special prayers for those who are yet grieving. Samhain offers a time for reflection of the past year. Reflect on the regrets, sadnesses, joys, successes, gratitude for the harvest, and then gives us the time to look forward to what the freshness that the upcoming cold season may bring. It's a twofold celebration, a duality, honoring and remembering those past and celebrating the possibility of the future. The candles that are lit remind us of our departed loved ones, but they also illuminate the way forward for our lives, inviting us into the darkness of winter, knowing there will be a light to guide us. Christians call this light Jesus. At this time of year, the earth lets go, exhales, if you will. The falling leaves are visible reminders of what she is feeling. She asks us to release as well, letting go of an old grudge, abandoning a useless way of looking at a situation, and adopting a fresh outlook. She asks us, with her impending cooler weather, to cozy up and reflect inward. It's time to take stock of our lives, make a new plan, like the gardener who's eagerly waiting for the seed catalogs in the mailbox and is planning for next year's garden. And just as those leaves fall to rot and create microbe-rich, fertile soil for new growth, we too can use the lessons from what we've held and now let go. We hold the lessons even as we forgive and no longer carry the weight of the old problems and the worries. We allow the lessons to be fertile ground for our own spiritual growth. Circles not only give us pictures of time passing, they are also useful for us as ways to position ourselves for better communication and corporate energy. I can feel the difference in a meeting if the tables are positioned in a rectangle, sort of boardroom-like setting versus a circle or even an oval of chairs. The energy is more gentle, more wholesome when everyone has a space equal to everyone else's space. When seated at a rectangular table, there's a person at the head and another at the foot, known as the power positions at the table. And the next most powerful position is the seat to the right of the head, and so on around. This power play is all dissolved when a circular formation is employed. Circles symbolize strength. There's no spot stronger or weaker than others in a circle as there are with other configurations. Architects tell us that circles are strong because they distribute the weight uniformly, which guards against forces such as gravity and wind. This concept of guarding against outside forces can be applied to the strength of people, seated or standing in a circle. Maybe it's time that all of our spiritual meetings should be in circles, not in straight bench-like seats, removing the idea of a powerful leader up front and asking more interaction of the participants. Just a thought. This coming weekend, some of us will drop candies into plastic pumpkins, little hands held by tiny costumed neighbors. And some of us will attend a bonfire where we dance and sing the names of our deceased beloveds. Some of us will attend a formal service where names are read and prayers are offered. Some of us will eat a meal in silence as we feel the presence of a loved one in our homes and our hearts. However you celebrate the upcoming end of October, I wish for you a spiritual connection to the closing of a year and a cool new breath of deepening your own sense of love in this world. Blessings on all.